Hey, what's up? Spencer here. On Facebook, it's the Grand Mesa Lodge, and YouTube, it's called Summit Stories. Today's about the end of January. Right now, the snow is okay. It's not, especially for this time of year, it's a little bit behind normal, but it's actually surprisingly pretty good. But I've been playing through these trees. Speaking of snow, as you guys, most people watching this know that we post out weather updates on the Grand Mesa Lodge's Facebook page. It's a lodge located in western Colorado on a place called the Grand Mesa. And we're right up on top, and so we post all our snow reports. And a lot, like thousands, tens of thousands of people watch those reports. A lot of snowmobilers that are local in the region watch those reports, and then they know if the snow is good, they come ride. But anyways, I've got this funny story. I've started doing a couple of stories, like crazy people, interesting people, just weird situations, whether they're guests or people online. My intention is not to call anybody out, so I'm not going to drop any names publicly, or even if you private message me, I'm not going to tell you the names of people. But anyways, I had this interesting guy that on our snow reports over the last week, we got a storm that came through and put down about 5 to 6 feet of snow. It was a storm system with several little storms in it. And I posted all the snow reports with pictures and stuff, just keeping people apprised on how much snow we got. And there was this one guy that just incessantly in the comments was like, lies, why do you keep posting lies? Which is fine, whatever, I don't really care. But the guy became a little verbally abusive to some other people. And finally I was like, all right, that's block. So I blocked him, but then I messaged him privately. And I said, hey brother, Spencer here from the Grand Mesa Lodge. Hey man, I had to block you from the page. If you want access again, you got to rein in some of your negative comments. Otherwise, I wish you all the best. So I texted him that right. And he texted me back and he's like, oh, you couldn't take the heat? Just stop making up the snow totals and tell the truth. Which before he wasn't specific. He didn't in the comments say, you are being dishonest with your snow reports. He was just like, hey, why do you keep spreading lies and stuff like that? But he wasn't specific. So this was the first time I realized, oh, he thinks that our snow totals are incorrect. So he said, he's like, it's obvious that you're lying and everyone knows that you're lying. And which is crazy to me because in my mind I was like, yeah, but we post pictures. And he's like, I'm sure you're using old pictures from last season. And I was like, when was the last time you were here? And he didn't respond to that. And then he had one other beef he just had to get out. And he was like, yeah, and also calling 3 storms one storm is wrong. And it cracks me up. We're as honest as we can possibly be with the snow totals. And we post measurements. But I'm going to talk a little about how the snow is, like what accumulation is and what base is and things like that. So base is generally referred to as the amount of snow that you have on the ground. And and then there's settled base, which implies something similar but slightly different. Base is just how much snow you have on the ground. And then the settled base is after the storm settles. And then that is how much you have. So right here, I'm stuck. Not really stuck, but stopped. We'll just say delayed. I know I never get stuck. I just get temporarily delayed sometimes. Right here, we got about 3 feet of base. Right now on the mesa, the base varies between about 2 feet to 5 feet, so depending on where you are. Accumulation is the total amount of snow that has fallen. So what you do is every day you go out and however much snow falls, at the end of that or at the end of the snow period, the storm I mean, and when I say the storm, I don't mean like the whole storm system. It's just like the end of each snowing event when it stops snowing. Then you measure how much accumulated over that time, and then you move that snow aside, or you go to a fresh place, and then you take another measurement. And then you add up all those numbers, and that is your total accumulation. On the Grand Mesa, we get about a little over 400 inches per year of accumulation. And then typically on the ground, usually we have about 1 to 2 feet of snow in December that's on the ground. In January, we usually have about 4 to 5 feet of base. And then usually February, we usually get up to about 5 to 6 feet of base. And in March, 7 or so feet. Those are general numbers. It varies a lot from year to year. So like I said, right now, it's about the end of January, and we have about a 3 foot base here. There are some places that have a 4 foot base. some places that have a little bit less than that. More snow is definitely better for riding. Spencer, Summit Stories and Grand Mesa Lodge. I'll catch you on the next video.